When Super Street Fighter II released on June 25th, 1994 for the Sega Genesis, it was a huge deal. In my experience, Street Fighter II was usually the most sought after, or at least top 5 for most people. However, in the beginning of the school year, during early October, you just bought the coveted Street Fighter II Champions Edition. Despite the not-so-great audio, specifically the voice work, this was the best fighting game I ever purchased. In theory, Super Street Fighter II, the new challengers, should be a much better upgrade, considering the time that has passed, the new roster of characters, the numerous outfit colors, and of course, the impressive cart size of 40 megabits increased from the previous cart size of 24 megabits. I decided to go and buy Super Street Fighter II, so let's see if it is as great as an experience as I remember. In the game start screen, we have the options of 5 game modes. There's the Super Mode, which is the campaign, Tournament Mode, which is great for couch co-op with many friends, Challenge Mode, which consists of a time or score mode, the typical Versus PvP mode, and Group Mode, which is also great for a host of friends to play. These different modes were definitely a plus for the game, and in 1994, there was no shortage of couch co-op opportunities happening, especially during summer vacation. One thing to note that could be missed is the turbo settings. In the game start screen, there is no indication you could change the speed. I didn't find this out until a few months later after buying it. I accidentally pressed the D-pad right, and then the stars showed up. You can choose up to 4 turbo stars, which for me greatly enhances the game because it is just too slow on 1 star. In my opinion, this setting should have been highlighted and not learned about by chance. But since I found that out, it's no big deal. At first glance, Super Street Fighter II really stands out because of the new roster of characters, in addition to the already established original dozen. Now, there are 16 warriors to choose from, and at the time, I couldn't ask for anything more. The 4 new characters are T-Hawk, Fei Long, DJ, and Cammy. You can definitely tell this is a 40 megabit cart. With the new roster of warriors, of course, comes brand new stages. My favorite is Fei Long stage. The controls are precise, responsive, and it feels as if you are actually playing the arcade game for the most part. This is especially true if you're using the legendary 6-button Genesis controller, and if you are not, well, then the experience will not be as fun. At first glance, this seemed to be an almost perfect 16-bit home port for the Sega Genesis. Just like in Street Fighter II Champion Edition, the voice is still the weak spot. Capcom didn't even attempt to make it better than the previous entry. The worst part is the music doesn't sound as good as Champions Edition either. This doesn't make sense at all, considering this cart is larger by 16 megabits.
Round 1, fight! Round 1, fight!
This has been something that has annoyed me since the days of Nintendo, and makes this game not worth getting if you have Street Fighter II Champions Edition. There is no BGM mode to listen to the soundtrack. This is the dumbest. Part of what makes Street Fighter II the best ever to me is the unforgettable and timeless tunes we all know and love. Games that do this really frustrate me. What a letdown. In hindsight, it could have been something really special with some minor adjustments. If the background scrolled more, were animated, and the music and sound effects improved, this would have made this possibly the best of the 16-bit generation. It is what it is. I do recommend it because of the new characters, updated visuals, great controls, and the many game modes to choose from, providing you have co-op options. Back then and today, my view hasn't changed at all. That Street Fighter II Champions Edition still remains #1 go-to option during the 16-bit generation. Thanks again for tuning in to this episode of Retro Powered Gaming.
Round 1, fight! Under! Uppercut! Under!